Hello, hello, my beloved traders. We are back at it again. And hey, it's Friday. Weekend time, weekend time. But first, we have to finish the US session and get it over with. Of course, we love trading, so we hate weekends. At least I do. Who wants to have breaks from the market? No one. All right, let's take a look here. Let's start with the thing we always do before the market opens. What could that be? If you have any idea, let me know in chat. It's, of course, drum roll please, pre-market preparation. As always, we have to make a plan as a professional trader so we know at what levels we are trading or if we are trading at all. That's what every professional trader does. They start out with a pre-market prep plan. And we'll have a look here. I already did a little bit of my prep ahead of time, so I'm already aware of what's going on. And I already know for a fact that I'm not going to get any trades today. So we're going to do some DOM, depth of market exercises as well. That's going to be the main thing of today. We're going to learn how to use the DOM and we're going to do an exercise that's going to improve you as a trader. But let's take a look at the market first and then get into the exercises once the market opens. But here we have the TPO, time price opportunity. Before I get into it, how are you guys doing? Let me know in chat. If you have any trade setups today, let me know. Or if you just win any trades or lose trades, let me know how it went. As today, I know for a fact that there won't be trades. For me personally, what's the reason? Well, we are gapping down quite a bit. So usually on big gap days, I'm out because I'm a mean reversion trader and I tend to like to fade the trend. And statistically speaking, I have some statistics. We might get some pullbacks today, yes. My dog just came into the room. But not something I want to be a part of. I always want to trade back to previous value of the previous day, and that's probably not going to be the case today. So let's take our pen tool, open our Epic Pen here. My dog just opened my door, it was closed. So you might hear my girlfriend has some guests here in my apartment. So you might hear someone in the background, hopefully not. Let me know if that's disturbing. All right, let's take. I'm gonna close the door. Wait a minute. All right, we don't want to have any disturbances here today. As you can see, we're starting off with ES as always. At least my personal favorite market. I'm not sure about yours. We have someone commenting in chat. I can see that already. I have to just open my chat. Just getting the notification on my screen. Oh, Zero CS Stream Hub World is giving me some winks. Wink back. How are we doing on Kick? All right. So let's look at the prep here. So we are gapping down, as you can see. Yesterday's session, we rejected these higher prices. We had some balance here. People were accepting these prices for a long time, as you can see. And what acceptance means is that we had sellers here thinking that, hey, prices are too high, and we had buyers here thinking that, hey, prices are too low. But now, yesterday, that changed, and there was no buyers here anymore at this level. So sellers took the price down, and we are now discovering new value somewhere where sellers and buyers are agreeing that, hey, price is too high and price is too low inside of a tighter range. But right now we're just searching for new value in the market. We had a trend down day yesterday and we closed inside of new value, and then now overnight we just continued the same trend downwards and we are now outside of overnight sessions value. probably searching for new value. So, based on this, what I first see here is that, well, we left some single prints. These tend to be magnet levels. Not necessarily for today, but for next week, these could be really great levels to look for. We also have a poor high here in the overnight session, so that's gonna act as a magnet to the upside as well. Do I think that we will get to these levels today? Not necessarily, but I do think it's very possible that we have some type of pullback out of the open. So we could run to the downside first and then take it back to value and end up somewhere here in these levels. We could even take the previous close. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but the chance is lower. Or then my second scenario would be that we open up, we eat these singles, and then we reject yesterday's value and continue searching for some type of new value here. These two scenarios are in my head on ES, but again, usually when the market is searching for value, that's when my edge is less. You know, I don't have edge at that point. I usually like to wait when, you know, we have some type of value range where we are trading. This is usually where I perform the best, but now the market is searching for new value, so I backseat. I just backseat that straight up. I have nothing to do here. And this is something everyone will learn. Everyone will learn eventually what their strengths in the market are. I know that I'm bad at trading trend days and in these types of situations where the market is looking for value. So just easy to just put your hands up and wait for another session that's better for you. That's how professionals think. If I want to be entertaining, I could trade today, but I'm not about entertainment. I'm about proper trading, proper habits, and education, you know? I want you guys behind the screen also to learn something and improve as traders. I don't want to be someone who shows, you know, bad habits. Riku8688. No stonks today. No stonks today because Riku, today we are gapping down quite a bit, trending down. And that means for me specifically, no trade today. So today on stream, I'm just gonna do some exercises on something called the DOM, which I have here just above my other screen. I will bring it here to show you what a DOM looks like if you don't use one. You can see all the orders on the bid and the ask, and I'm just gonna trade purely without a chart and do this type of exercise where you're gonna get better at looking at just basic orders coming in, the bid and ask, and how price tends to react at these levels. So it's very good for a day where you don't have anything to do. You can just train on something and hone something on a simulated environment rather than, you know, trading with real money and losing. I think that's a great thing. You can always trade, even if you're not gonna get trades. You can always hone and make your trading better. And this exercise is gonna make me more sharp and better on trading on the DOM. I've done this many times, and that's why it's one of my strengths, looking at the DOM and how market tends to react at specific levels. But let's continue to YM here. YM, pretty much every market has the same story. We would probably expect some type of pullback, reject value into lower prices, or then open down, rejection, and back to value, and then we create some type of balance around these areas. I think this is a pretty high chance. You know, we could even close the gap and we could even take these single prints or even touch these. Everything's possible. We do have some nice volatility in the market lately, so we could get some big moves, but the probability for that is not something I would trade specifically. The risk reward would be amazing, but probability wise, I'm not seeing it. But just something to keep in mind if you're trading today. And then RTY, exactly the same story. Every market is the same, you know. Every market gap down, and we had every market is looking for new value to the downside. So I would be very careful with my trades today. Either we would go back to value and start creating some new value at these levels, or then continue downwards by rejecting this value here. That's what I'm seeing today, but again, quite big gap down, so we could get it could be an exhaustive gap, which means that usually when you have a big gap like this, the market tends to move back a little bit and then continue if it does, or just hang around these levels. Because after a big move, the market likes to take a breath. It's like if you go to the 100-meter run plan or whatever it's called, and you run it fully, you won't have as much stamina for the next one. You're already exhausted. You can't do one just yet. You have to wait a few days, or, well, in this case, at least few hours to get full performance out of your body again. And that's the same thing with markets. Usually after a big move, it wants to breathe a little bit, and the same logic applies here. Same logic applies. Let's take a sip again. Delicious. Drinking some iced tea today. But that's pretty much it for the pre-market prep. Hey, if you're watching and you're wondering, okay, is there a market that you could look at? I trade, for example, gold or crude oil or Nasdaq. I can take a look at that market. I think the indices overall are gonna be pretty much the same across the board. Crude and gold, these might be different, but the indices usually tend to correlate quite much, and today we see it perfectly where they are correlating a lot. YM has lately been the strongest indice. We were in a huge uptrend on YM, and now we had a pullback, but if you look at the other ones, the trend was much bigger on YM, whereas here we are very deep to this pullback already, and we are looking at previous daily lows here in ES. YM is much stronger. You can see it's still quite far away from these lows, and it's pretty much still trading at almost these highs. So it's for sure more bullish than the other ones. Just if you look at it, RTY is in a downtrend, so it's the weakest of the bunch, but everyone's having the same type of value searching for the downside. Indeed, we're gonna take a small look into the open, see what type of open we have today, and then after that I'm just gonna pull my DOM on the screen and we're gonna start doing the exercise. So for today's exercise, we need something called the ATR, the average true range. And what it basically does is it just shows us the average range of each 1 minute candle, and then I can put the period to whatever I want. So it takes the average of 14 candles. If I change this to 30, it would take the average of 30 candles, right? So we want to wait a little bit into the open to see what type of rotations we're having today. And then once we have that figured out, we can go in and choose our ATR for the exercise. Right now, the average rotation on a 1 minute candle is 2.7. So 2.7 points is an average rotation, but that's overnight session. Usually when you get the open, the ATR will go much higher, and we're probably going to look at least 5 to 10. Of course, it depends on today's opening and how the action starts. But hey, if you have any questions, now's the perfect time. And if you want, you can do this exercise with me. Also, if you're trading on a platform, well, pretty much every trading platform has a DOM. I'm not sure if everyone has level 2 data on Rithmic, for example. So I get more bid and ask data than you would, for example, get on maybe some other data providers. But the idea is the same. You're more looking at the movement and how it reacts to orders. rather than the whole, depth of the market. 1 minute and we're gonna get our beautiful market open. So we'll have a small look here just to see what type of opening we are having, and then also what the ATR value will be, because we have to create something called a bracket order. And a bracket order is very simple. When you enter a trade, it puts automatically a specifically set profit target and stop target. And then if my stop is hit, it cancels automatically my profit target, or if my profit target is hit, it automatically cancels the stop. So you don't have to cancel orders afterwards, it automatically does that for you. I always enter trades with bracket orders, just so there's no mistakes of leaving orders on my trading platform. It's a very good habit to do. You also can pretty much put your max risk instantly on your bracket orders if you want. And if you always use the same stop size, it's easily there. So makes things much more easy and convenient. I think, there's nothing to lose by using bracket orders, is what I would say. And you can customize it however you want. You can have, many profit targets. You could have just one. Whatever floats your boat, you can do it. You can even have it trail automatically if you're on a specific platform where it automatically puts your stop to break even after a certain threshold or something. So it's all possible. All right, we're getting a move to the downside a little bit here. Opened up, and now we're moving to the downside. What I would say here in the open is this. We got some type of unfinished auction here. So this is gonna be a magnet, and we love magnets here. Let's draw a magnet. What's the magnet Pokemon called again? Magnetron? No? Magnemite, maybe. Magnemite, yes, this is Magnemite. And Magnemite is saying, price, come here. So this could be something, this could be a trade if you're trading unfinished auctions. There's a magnet, and now you have to find a trade location to take that trade to the magnet, right? So, for example, I would never take a short trade here because I know that there's a magnet here. This magnet could get taken out much later in the session or even another day, but usually it likes to correct itself quite fast. So I would not trade against it. That's just a specific rule and pattern I've noticed with the years of my trading. Of course, sometimes you might lose by doing this, or lose a trade or miss a trade by doing this. You can see here also the overnight low is unfinished auction low, so it's very probable that it runs this, and you could maybe even find a trade up here. If I would look for a trade, I would look for that specific trade, but we are opening to the downside, and that was also our number one scenario, was a move to the downside, and then we would find buyers, and it will pull up and find some type of value, somewhere here or here, depending on what type of day we have. But we'll see. Could also be a gap and go, but I would not trade against this. Would not trade against this. And now you can see the ATR is almost 5. So we have a much higher average range than what we had here. It's doubled, over double. So what I will do here, I will open my settings. I'll remove my drawings. I will open my settings, and I will go... Wait, this is the wrong one. Here, the wrong settings. To exit strategies, and then I will open a bracket. I will create a bracket order here. Okay, and we will name this bracket to DOM exercise, just EX. So I don't have to type the whole word. And then let's put quantity to 100% because we want to exit 100% of our, position at once. So it's gonna be a very static one. And I believe it was 5. It was about 5, the average true range. So we're gonna put this. This is in ticks, right? So 4 times the average true range gives us the average range of a candle. So we're gonna put it to 20. Because 4 times 5 is 20, and we're gonna put the target to the same. So we have a target for 20 ticks and a stop for 20 ticks. Apply, apply. Okay. Super simple. You can do this on TradingView. If there's someone who's using TradingView and doesn't know how to do this, I do have, TradingView as well. A paid version of it, so I can actually show you how to do it if someone's unsure how to set this all up. I'm using a platform called Motivwave. But yeah, choosing a platform is also a thing that almost every trader will have to do at some point. But in the beginning, I feel like TradingView is a very good one. Then once you start knowing like what type of trader you are and what specific tools you need, then you have to start researching what's gonna be the best platform for me. This specific platform called Motivwave was the best for me because it had the tools that I wanted for my trading. And now you can see we found buyers. Looks like the scenario 1 is kind of happening here, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wrong button. Let's see first if this move happens before we start the exercise. If anyone has any questions about the exercise, or there's something specific you'd like to know today or learn today, I'm all ears. Looks like the pre-market plan is playing out here. And this is why I wouldn't go short, because we have this magnet here. The magnet is saying, I wanna get touched. Here we have a magnet. Bzz, bzz. Let's see if price hits the magnet. This was a magnet before as well. I missed this magnet, I didn't look closely enough, but yeah, it was a magnet. So it was like nice double play. Playing a magnet to a magnet. The market likes to take sometimes all the levels at the same time. It takes less effort to take everything at once. And that was a clean example of that. It went and took the magnet, and now it's looking like it's gonna take the other one. Of course, we are not 100% sure it's gonna do that, but it's very probable. At this point, we are very close to it. Let's see if the play would have worked out just for fun. And then we're gonna go into DOM trading and forget about charts and just trade the DOM, depth of market. Did not quite take it. You can see it was like a few ticks away from it. Maybe I jinxed it. It's gonna bamboozle me with a pullback, and then it's gonna take it, and then we're gonna be here for a longer while. Have you already, Riku, recovered from the parties? I remember that was 2 days, right? So you're still there, or did you already get home from the karaoke? All right, there we go. Now it takes it out. So that trade would have been a pretty cool one. Just something to talk about and something to analyze. I wouldn't take that trade because it's very, very discretionary, and I don't have like any statistical edge in it. I just have pattern reading skills that I've seen throughout the years of trading, thousands and thousands of hours in front of the charts. But hey, now we will do the exercise. Yes, I'm home, says the man, the myth himself. And now I will actually change the camera angle a little bit. Maybe not like this. Let's change it to the other one. Let's do this, but swap us around. So you can see the DOM on my right side, and you can see this beautiful piece of manlyhood here on your screen as well. Although not everyone probably thinks that. But I do. No throat burning anymore. That's great to hear, Riku. That's great. Back to full strength. Back to full strength. Good stuff. Alright. Then I have no charts open of ES. All my ES charts are closed. And we're looking at ES here. And maybe we should take some scores here. I might actually take a text here for ourselves. So we can get it on screen. Because I do think it could be pretty nice. Score and then secondary is 0-0, so we can go ahead and add the scores. Yes! Whoa! Such a professional streamer right here. Look at that. Look at that. We get the score on the screen? No way. What a professional streamer this guy is. Alright, let's do the exercise. Now, I'll try to win as many as I can and see if I have edge on trading the DOM. It usually takes a little bit of time to get used to the rhythm of the market. But we're gonna start doing it, and obviously I'm not trading with any charts at all. I'm just looking at this. Just based on this. Let's see if I have any edge here today. It's gonna be interesting to see. So we're looking for average rotations of 5 points. Right now, it's looking like the price is maybe lifting. I'm gonna buy here and see if it works. Oh, I forgot to put my bracket order. Well, that fell. Oops. Well, that would have won anyways. So we're 1-0. That would have been a winner. Would have been a winner. Now we have it on the screen. And let's start again. We're 1-0. Obviously we need much more trades, but this is gonna be a fun exercise to do. Let's do 20 trades on the DOM. 20 trades. So what I'm usually looking for is the action, how it reacts to how it reacts. It's like you're trading a what is the game called where you have like a rope and you're like pulling? Is it rope pulling, or what is it called? The same game is in Squid Games as well, I believe. Like when the two teams they are pulling a rope. The same logic applies to DOM. You just have to, see. Okay, both teams are pulling, and then once the other team gives up a little bit, and then the other team goes for a big pull. That's kind of the logic behind it. It's not something that is very easy. And then you can look at these big orders and how market reacts to them as well. We have 63 and orders here at 94, and we have 100 orders here at 6,700, and we didn't get through that level very fast. So we'll see. We'll see. Getting some type of rejection here. Maybe. Let's see. I still like the buying power here. Let's see if the sellers can step it up. I really want to see how this order block here reacts to price. That's gonna be my next. I want to see how, and it just runs through it. Can it now hold above it as well? No, we got a big rejection back. Now I would look for a short trade on this exercise. Obviously, I'm not looking at any candlesticks at all. I'm just focusing on what's going on in the bid and ask. But buyers pushed back. gonna go short here. Let's see if it works. Felt like the buyers gave up a little bit there, but I might be wrong. And yeah, pretty much anyone can do this exercise. And if you have any questions about the exercise, I can explain it again if you're new to the stream. But yeah, pretty much I didn't have any trades today. No setups on the pre-market prep. So we came back here and now we're doing the exercise. We're gonna take only trades on the DOM to hone our skills by reading the order flow of the market. Look at how price reacts to the bid and ask. You can really see how the buyers are lifting the prices up here. It feels like the edge of the entry is maybe a little bit over. But we'll still see what happens. We'll still see. The fun thing also with trading the DOM only is because you get that edge for just a small time. You know, the edge could just flip very fast. So like if the average true range of the market starts shifting and we are trading a 5 average true range with our bracket orders and it swaps back to, let's say, 3, then we have too big of a stop loss and a target for this particular exercise, because what you're trying to predict is rotations, right? You're trying to get used to the rotations of the market. Let's see what the average true range is right now. It's 8, so it's actually going a little bit up. So we could have even a little bit wider. But I think 5 is gonna be pretty good because it's probably gonna change a little bit. Alright, let's try it again. Try it again. This is gonna be an interesting spot. What happens at 6, 7, 10? If the market goes back there, we have a lot of orders there. 90 orders on the bid. And 100 here on 6.15. Looks like the sellers are catching this one quite well, by the looks of things. Oh, we have to update the score as well. Let's update the score. We are not 1-0, we are 1-1. 1-1. Buyer still in control very clearly. Let's see if we can get a winner here. Nothing specific I'm seeing. Both sides fighting very, very hard here at this specific level. And the buyers had a little win there. You can see it's like that fight, the rope fight. Pulling back, pull back and forth, and then you can kind of sometimes see, you know, a push and come back. And then if once the push goes and it comes back and it holds, that's usually when I like to come in as well. You can see how aggressive that bid was there. Buyers were just adding into the bid closer to the prices. It's a very strong sign for the market. But we are trying to find something that allows us to enter. Obviously, if you're looking at a chart and levels, it's gonna be so much more easier to see, like, okay, where are, you know, where's the support, where's the resistance. But here on the DOM, you can't really see that. You're just gonna have to feel it out a little bit. But buyers are for sure in control. That's easy to see. That's easy to see. Oh, I want to buy, sell that. I want to sell here now, around these areas. If we get a pull back a little bit, I'm gonna look for the sell here. I like the sellers here. Let's see what happens. we had that initial push from the buyers, and then the sellers took a push, and then it looked like the sellers catch the push much better than what the buyers did there. But again, that's just pure like instinctual trading on the DOM, not something, you know, um, something you can really like learn in a day or two. You have to really look at the charts to, or not the charts, but the DOM to get used to it. And this is a very great thing to do. If you're a trader and you don't do this when you don't have any trades in the market, you're wasting your time. But today, for example, I came into the day and I knew, hey, no trades today. Well, obviously, I want to create something special for the stream as well, but I'm like kind of taking two flies at once. And this is a great way to get better at something in your trading that you don't necessarily do. I don't see a lot of traders using DOM at all, which is a shame because I think it's a great tool. Like, and you can really get these micro movements down, and you can perfect your entries. It's not gonna be great for a long-term read or anything like that, but it's gonna be great for entries because you can, when you know that you're looking for an entry, you can go on the DOM and you can kind of get the gist of it, like, okay, when to enter and when not to enter. And yeah, you just get the feeling here. Let's look at it again. We have, again, on the bid side, much thicker bid. You can see here 108 on 6, 7, 10. And then here below as well, a lot of buy orders. Sometimes these are also magnets. The market really wants to go to these big orders. So what you could look for is a short trade into these big orders as well from these levels. If you see sellers take control, we could really look to trade it back here. But there's not a proper entry for that in my opinion yet. I would like to do it, but I'm not seeing the move I want to see. But as you see here, now it's going to the big liquidity here. Let's see how it reacts. Buyers are really eating up the orders here. As you notice, the sellers didn't really clear this liquidity very fast. This could also be something called an iceberg in the long term. But we'll see, we'll see. I think it wants to go back here again. So we'll take a trade here. I'll just bet on the fact that it goes back. I think the entry wasn't very good, but I'll bet on the fact that it's gonna go back there to the big orders. Alright. That wasn't very good. I'll be honest, that was very impatient. And yeah, that's that's why also you know, trading or scalping is very hard, like mentally, because you're seeing things or something that could happen, but you're not being patient enough because you're trying to, you know, get these small movements. That was 100% patience. I'll admit that was 100% impatient. I got FOMO'd into that specific idea, and we are 2-2. Damn. 2-2, 50% win rate here. Let's try to get another one. We still have a lot of liquidity here at these levels. But let's first see something on the price action and then capitalize on it. And this is very hard to do. You can try it yourself. It's not easy to trade without charts. But I think after 10 trades I could, you know, get into the groove of it. It also depends on the day. Sometimes it's much easier to read and sometimes it's much harder to read. Nasdaq, for example, is a beast when you're looking at it. Let's try a sell here. Felt like the sellers were pushing nicely. We'll see if it turns. And I'm doing this on simulated. This is fully simulated account. There's nothing at stake here. We're just doing this to improve our entries on the DOM, nothing else. And we'll see if we can get the move here. Moved a little bit against us and now a little bit into the favor. Let's see if we can get it here. All right, we got a winner. 3-2, 3-2. Let's go, let's go. And this is a very fun exercise as well. I like doing this type of exercises. And if you like exercises like this or content like this when I don't have any trades in the market and you maybe want more educational content, let me know in chat if this is something you want to see in the future. I have a lot of different niche exercises that you can use to improve your trading. I use this exercise with my clients as well when I'm coaching. It's a great way to get into these niche skills inside of trading, because let's be honest, chart reading is not the only thing you have to do, but there are also great chart reading exercises and, you know, habit building exercises. There's a ton of them, and you can even find a lot of these exercises just on the internet if you just, you know, are interested, let's say in the DOM or whatever you want to do. All right, let's look for a one again here. Let's look for another one. Sellers push. Let's see if they can defend this push. If they can, I'm gonna sell as well. No, buyers pushed. Now we want to see if the buyers are able to get the pullback and push against the sellers. I really feel like the buyers are in control now here. Late entry a little bit, but maybe we can get this move. If it was a little bit, we could have gotten the entry maybe here somewhere. But it moved just when we pressed the button. Let's see. But I feel like the buyers are in control now after that specific battle there. Let's see if that's the case. Look at this. Someone adding some liquidity here and then just removing it. Someone spoofing the bid and ask a little bit here. We also have a lot of liquidity here. You can see 126 orders at 6,730. So technically we could even target that if we would want to. But obviously this exercise is not about creating targets. But that's something you could do as well when you're doing this exercise. You could put your, you know, stops and profit targets not by bracket orders necessarily, but you can put them where you think the market is gonna go just based on liquidity that's on the market, right? So that's also something you could do. Right now it's just staying still here. Usually the edge is... It takes a while. Sometimes the edge is gone, you know, after you enter. Because this is very short-term price action, and, you know, as you can see now, it's like two sides are battling again. But here we saw clearly that buyers were in control. So maybe we could get lucky here and get the move. But right now, a little bit of the edge is gone. Usually you want to see it move quite fast in favor. Let's see it. Can we break the 50% win rate curse here? Or not? Sellers pushed. Are they now catching this move? Buyers pushed. You can see the fast pushes are what you're looking for. A fast push, and if once it comes back to the same level where the push happened and it's defended, usually that's a good sign. And that's how I look for my entries on the DOM. You see the fast push back to where the push came from, and if that level is defended again, you can see like it's hitting and hitting and hitting and nothing happens. Usually means a great entry. But it's a very micro niche thing, right? Well, we'll see now if it wants to go there. Let's look at the ATR. ATR is about 5, so we're still looking at the rotations. So technically speaking, every minute we should get out of our trade. Of course, you know, that's from the high to the low of the candle, so not necessarily, because our target is at, you know, 5 points. But let me know how you guys are doing today as well. You know, always love to talk with traders in chat. Have you gotten any trades today? Any good setups around the corner? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Have you ever done exercises like this? Also, I might take some guests on stream someday if you want coaching or help in a specific area. I'm actually creating a very educational video about the TPO, which is gonna be free. I don't think I've seen anyone do something like that. It's probably gonna take still, you know, weeks, if not even a month before that one might be like on YouTube. It's gonna take a lot of effort to get that there. I'm not an editor or anything, so it's gonna take a long while for me to get everything pieced together. Yeah, I'll do my best. All right, we take a loser here, so let's change the score to 3. We are still stuck in the 50% area, so we don't really have any edge here, you know, because technically speaking, we're just tossing a coin, but we need more trades to tell. We need more trades to tell if there's any edge in our DOM plays here. But for now, feels very random. So maybe it was very good to do this exercise today. Let's see how we react to these levels again. 6, 7, 15. And you can just see the orders are getting moved back. Let's see if we can find that fast move. Okay, we saw a fast move. Now when it comes back, does it get defended? Yes. Buy. And let's see if that works. Let's see. Fast move. Stop. Buy. Let's see if it works. Are we gonna go below the 50%? That would be kinda scary. We had some small momentum there, but then it faded a little bit. Now we're getting a move in the favor, but sellers are at this specific area. You can also see there's a lot of liquidity here. And the buyers have a lot of liquidity here at this 6, 7, 13 area, which could be a magnet. Sellers don't really have like any huge piles of orders on the ask side. Let's see if we can get the goal here. Moving a little bit in favor again, but not really wanting to do it. Really going back and forth with the wins and losses here. Let's see if we can break that. Do we take 2 losses in a row, or do we take 2 wins in a row? That could be... At least makes things interesting. Right now we're at exactly 50% win rate. And there we go, we get a winner. So we move to 4 and 3. 4 and 3. Let's see if we can find the exact same thing on the DOM. A fast push. Then it moves back. If it gets defended and holds at the same level for a while, then you buy, and then Sometimes it likes to move with the push. So let's see if we can get that here. Focus on how the price moves. It's very specific. It's like playing a video game in a sense, you know. This is very interesting. Not seeing like a very fast push. This is like small, slow, like grind. It's moving quite well, but it's not like a very snappy move. That's what you want to see. A very snappy move. That was a little bit of a snappy move, but it didn't really move a lot. So that's all right. Now the buyers had a little snap move and the sellers as well. Let's see if it moves back and the sellers can move it down. Let's see. Does it get defended in these areas? I want to see it come back where the snap started. At 6, 7, 14. Let's see if it gets defended there. Nope, it didn't. So we're not taking an entry. Now the buyers had a snap. Let's see if it moves back to 6, 7, 14. And if the buyers can't defend it. They did. But I missed that. I missed it a little bit. Let's see if it comes back. Let's see if it comes back to our entry. Or where we would want to enter. 6, 7, 14. Not quite. Okay, we missed that one. We saw it, but we didn't have the trigger finger ready. Alright, now we had a buy move from these areas. Let's see if it gets defended here. 6, 7, 21 is the level we are looking at. Let's see if it gets defended. Didn't quite go there yet. But buyers are looking quite strong here. Alright, buyer move again. Let's see if this gets defended. And sellers move again. So now both sides. Let's see if the sellers get the response move from these levels here. Alright, now I feel like there's no driving force right now. We're just both parties are pulling. So we're just gonna wait for another fast move again. A snap. Not seeing any snaps. A lot of liquidity here. You can see it's just getting absorbed. Is this an iceberg? It's called an iceberg when there's like orders, and just before the big pile, they usually front run the iceberg as well. But it seems like there is a lot of orders, but there's even more orders beneath because they just keep adding into it. And that's an iceberg. But we'll see. No snaps yet. I want to see a snap. The iceberg is getting defended quite well here. You can also see the volume here. A lot of volume traded in these areas. And this tends to be a place where it goes fast through it or rejects because it's low volume. So you could look at this and say this is support and resistance. This is a level that could be resistance because it's low volume. But let's focus again. Let's see if we can get that snap move. Let's try hard here. Let's get that 5 and 3 score. Still no snap. to either side. There we go. A snap to the upside, but it got catched very fast from the sellers, so no edge there. It has to be more snappy. The snap has to move the market properly. Here we go, a snap, and let's see what happens here at this level. Does it defend it? It did, for a while at least. Alright, let's take that and see what happens. We got the snap to the upside a little bit, and then it looks like it's defending this where the snap started. Let's see if we can take this. This is also the place where it either rejects here or goes, so that kind of supports our theory. Let's see if we can make some... Looks like almost... Well, not quite highs, but... Let's see if we can break the curse of 50% win rate. Let's go for it. I'm gonna look at chat now if there's any questions. No questions. Alright. Good. Oh, get it. Not quite. Not quite. I think the read was good, but not quite there. Not quite there. Was very close to it. You can also see this is low volume node here. So this is a place where price is rejecting this area specifically, just based on the volume profile. So if you're trading outside in, then you're looking to fade low volume back to high volume. And you know, you could think of it as if you're going to buy a car, and you know that the car price usually ranges from, let's say, $10,000 to $10,500. That's where, you know, mostly that car is bought and sold. That's value. But once you go above that, you know, that's low volume, because you very rarely see that car bought at, let's say, $11,000. Right? So people are really looking to get value outside of value, right? Because they want it to go back. And if it drops below, let's say the average, you know, the lowest, you know, normal value for the car is $10,000. If you go to 10,500, that's low volume, because there's also almost no auctions there. People are gonna look to buy. They are very eager to buy, because it's probably gonna go back to that 11K and then can make $500 on that specific play. It's quite simple how it works, right? I'll have a look there. All right, let's try another one, and let's update the score so we're not cheating ourselves here by any chance. Not cheating ourselves by any chance. Okay, let's see. The market is dropping a little bit just based on the movement. Let's see if we can find that snap. But this is so far like a coin toss, right? We're just tossing a coin. It's 50-50. I feel like I don't really have very much edge here, to be honest. And remember, I'm live every day, besides on the weekends, obviously. Monday to Friday, 15 minutes before the session starts. I don't always do exercises. Usually, if I have trades, I'm trading myself, but today there was no setup. Alright, there we go, get a snap. Let's see how it's getting defended at these levels. Yeah, it looks great, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's see if we can get it here. I'm gonna go and grab a drink very fast. Be right back. Let me know how the... Well, maybe I should just wait for this trade to end first, and then we'll see what happens. But as you notice, you know, I'm still not looking for something that's like random. You have to, when you're taking trades, even on the DOM, and you're like very feeling based, you still have to have some type of idea of what you're looking for. So the same thing applies on DOM as well as on the charts. You're not going for something that's completely random. And technically, I'm now backtesting an idea of a fast snap, it moving back and getting defended. Obviously, you know, you could have a fast snap, it get defended, and then, you know, you get stopped out, like I got here, and then it still moves into your favor. But, you know, the same thing with trading. You can be right about the big move, but be wrong about the short-term move. We are on a negative win rate. Whew, no, the pressure is on the next one. It's getting hot in here. But good practice for sure. Let's see if we can get a snap and defending of the snap. Oh yeah, I'll go and get the drink now. So I'll be right back. I'll be here soon. Alright, my beloved friends. We are back at it again. Let's see if we can find that snappy snap. Not seeing it specifically yet. We are again outside of value, so people are looking to sell at these levels. If people are not selling at these levels, then we're gonna look for new value somewhere else. A very simple concept. A lot of cars bought and sold here. Very little cars bought and sold here, which means we're outside of the normal value of valuation of the car. So now people think, hey, it's a bargain to sell here. You're gonna buy it back at a cheaper price here. You know? We'll see. No snaps for now. There's a small snap. Let's see if that works. Look at these levels here. Does it move back? And let's see if it gets defended at 2726, 2775. Let's see. No, it went just through it. There's no play there. No play. This is very exhausting to do, by the way. Scalping is very, very, like, you're focusing so much on the screen. It's very different from any other type of trading. This exercise is very... You really get tired of it. Okay, let's see. 26 now. We got to snap into the short side. 26, let's see how it reacts. It's holding there. Let's take the trade. It held that 26 level for a while. Let's see if there's any edge on that one. Do we move back? Kinda wanna see the rotations here. 7.5, so we're still in the ATR range. which is good. Very close to the target. There we go, we get a winner. We are again at 50% win rate. Whew. Alright. Alright, 50% win rate. Can we end up positive? So 10 more trades and then we are done with this exercise. This one's a big one, you know. We are at 50% win rate. It's very, very, very close. Let's see if we can get that push and then the defense. See the other side falter and then have a confirmation that your side is stronger. That's kind of the move sequence we are looking for. I can already feel a headache by looking at this. So much, you know. You can't really, when you're trading the charts, I'm never looking at the DOM like full focus for an hour or anything like that. We've been trading this for an hour now, which is crazy. It really takes a lot of you. And you don't have to take this exercise or the 20 trades instantly, right? You can wait. Be patient. You can take it the next day and take it the next 10 trades the next day. You know, you don't have to do it in one sitting. You can take a break for an hour and come back. This looks like a coin flip. Indeed. So far it has been a coin flip, right? We are at 50% win rate. But remember, even if you're running a coin flip, technically you could even, you know, go 5, you know, I could have a bigger win rate than 50-50 at 10 throws, right? But this is also a good exercise just based on the coin flip theory, because you could even have, you know, edge, but that doesn't mean that in the beginning, when the score is very low, that the edge is real. But if I had 50 trades of this specific trade, then I would have the most realistic number or statistical edge on that specific, you know, sequence that I'm looking for. So 10 trades is still very small amount, you know. You can't really say that you have edge on 10 trades. But yeah, for now, I totally agree. I feel like there's no edge right now, but we'll still have to see. We have 10 trades more and see. Usually 20 trades is what I look for in trades, and then I will start confirming the edge. So we are still 10 away. 10 away. Maybe you would be very good at this, Riku. Put your you know, insane reaction speed and video game IQ into this. Could really. All right, there we go. A move in favor. Let's look at the 2650 level where it started. Do we get the defense here? 2650. Does it even come back there? Not quite. Not quite yet. 2650. Look at this level here. This is what we are interested in. We're interested in this level, so let's wait and see if it gets defended. If it does, then we enter. There we go. It held. And it held. Now we're in it to win it. Are we gonna lose a coin flip again? Don't. No. No. Alright. We could look for a short trade here at these levels as well, because we just had a move into favor, but let's update the score. Shit! And I thought I was gonna have a positive win rate today on this one. Never mind. We're still flipping coins. Let's get that 50% back. My beloved 50%. Alright, we get a snap there. Let's look at this 21 area. Maybe I have to look for more bigger snaps. Maybe these snaps are too small. 21 area, let's see if that gets defended. Not quite at 21 yet. I want to see it go to exactly 21. It went through it. So no trade there. It snapped actually into the opposite direction. So we could look for a short trade technically from these areas. But I can't remember where it started from, so I would have to wait a little bit. But yeah, feels like my strategy here is not working for now. We are 5 and 6. Let's wait for a new snap. Get that snapping turtle move. Alright, there we get a snap. Let's see. 1750 around that area if it gets defended. No, it goes through it. So no trade there. I want to have a positive win. Oh, okay, we got a snap. Let's see if it gets defended at 1475. That was very aggressive. That's snap at 20. Let's see if it gets defended. That was a very short snap. Didn't move a lot, but let's see if it defends. No, it doesn't. No trade there either. We have to see a proper snap. Give us a proper snappy snap. That's the theory I'm having here, but maybe there's no edge in the snap. We'll see, we'll see. I do like to enter like that on the DOM though when I see that snap and it gets defended, but usually it's at my support and resistance level. Here I'm just randomly. I don't even know where support and resistance is if I'm not looking at the value here. Alright, there we get a snap. Let's see if it gets defended here at 26. 26. It already went without us. Snap again. This is where people are really selling hard at these areas. The car is again trying to go to the higher prices. Are we breaking out? This could be a breakout. Buyers are just very strong here, generally. But no snaps. Still 9 trades left. No snaps. Alright, there we go, the snap. Now let's look at this 36 area, if that gets defended. Not a huge snap, but a little one. Oh no, a snap to the sell side. Let's look here. 3750. Does it get defended? $36.50, let's see. Looks like it's getting defended. So we'll take it. We'll take it. And we'll see if we can even out the coin flip to the 50% or if we're actually... Or we could actually go and take 2 losses in a row for the first time. We haven't had a win streak yet at all. We didn't get a win streak or a loss streak. We have been 1-1, 1-1, 1-1 all the time. So we're just flipping a coin so far. And perfectly having that 50-50 hit rate. Now, let's see if that's gonna change here. Oh no. And there goes my dog. Let's get it back to 50-50, boys. And then after that, we can really look for a win. I'm gonna be ahead. That's my goal. Today's goal is to be ahead. Be above 50% win rate at 20 trades. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Maybe I should make a bet for myself here. I'm not sure what the bet would be. What should I do if I don't make it above 50%? Good question. Maybe Riku has any ideas. There we go! 50% win rate! We are back! Let's take it to 6-6. 8 trades left. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's edit it a little bit here. And we're gonna go to 6-6. 6-6. What a fun one. What a fun one. Hot sauce challenge. I've done that before in my younger years. And I won't do it again, that's for sure. Yeah, well, let's say I went to the toilet instantly after that stream ended. But that was when I was, you know... That was a very long time ago. What was it like? I didn't trade back then. It wasn't about trading. It was just pure stream. Pure IRL stream. Back in the days when I used to do some streams on Twitch. That's also the reason I'm kind of doing it on YouTube. Because I just loved streaming. I thought it was fun. So like I'm trying to combine it with trading now as well a little bit. And education. My trading. Coaching as well. You know, I can help people out who are starting. And don't know so much what they're doing yet. Alright, let's find a snap. Let's get that snap that we so love. Let's get it. I'm feeling dizzy already. Alright, we got a small buy side snap. Let's see if it gets defended here at the 37s. It did not. Snap to the downside. Let's see 35. Defended or not. Not defended at all. Just goes well past that. Let's see. My throat is still burning after the hot sauce. And that's like, what? 8 years ago? I'm not sure how long that... Probably at least 8 years ago. No, 7. Maybe. Not sure. Let's wait for snap. I was in school at that time. Yep. Same. It was long time ago. And yeah, I had a completely different setup. Now we had a snap to the downside. Let's look at the 37s. That doesn't get defended here. 37.75. It doesn't. Okay, got some buyers. Let's look at 38. How does it react to 38? Okay, let's look at 38 again. Let's take it. Felt like some buyers there. Big liquidity there as well. Oh, and then it moves against us instantly. The coin flip continues, or does it? Do we break the curse? I don't feel like I have any edge here, but maybe we can change that. Let's see if we can get it. Again, this is a place where people are looking for shorts, and here is where people will look for longs. When you just look at the profile. So maybe going buy here is not the best move. Who knows? But just based on the snap move, which I'm testing here, I went long. Alright. Let's get it, snap. Let's get the snap. Let's get it to 7 and 6. Give me that 7 and 6. Ah, don't be so boring. Give me 7 and 6. Seven and 6. Come on. I know you want it. I know you want it. Wait, is this now? And a winner. And a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now, did we brace the curse? Did we break the curse? Do we get many winners in a row now? Let's see it. Let's see it. Riku said it was a coin flip in chat. Let's prove him wrong here. And if you're doing this exercise anytime, or if you're doing it right now with me, let me know what your score is. Do you get positive win rate on 20 trades or not? Slow grinding to the upside by the looks of it, but no snaps yet. Okay, let's see. 47 for buyers. 47 for buyers. Gonna be the level to look at. 47 for buyers. And I mean 47 for buyers. Did not come back to 47 yet. $47. It's holding. Let's buy. It held. You had a snap to the downside as well though, so could be that they get a reaction here. But we played a long side snap from earlier. Let's see if it holds here. Can we break the 50% win rate curse? Can we prove ourselves that we are better than the coin flip on 20 trades? Or are we just gonna continue the same exact formula of back and forth wins and losses? Okay. We had a snap at 745, so technically, if it comes back there, it could be like a double trade, in a sense. Let's try that. Let's try. If it comes double trade, I can bet 2 trades on this one. It held. I'm gonna double it up. Double trade. So I either win 2 or lose 2 here. Let's make it a little bit interesting here. Doubling down on this. This is like adding when you think it's even better. Let's see if we can get a double pointer here. Let's go for that double pointer. Market, give it to us. Give it us. Give it to us. This could also bite against us. But I saw a double snap. First we saw a snap first, got defended, and then another one. So that's like 2 trades in 1 trade. Let's do it, and let's try it out. These are the targets. The first one is here, and then the second one is here. Big stakes here. If we lose this, then I feel like it's gonna be very hard to pull above the 50%. But if we win these both, then we might have a great chance at being above 50. First here, and then the second flip was here. Ay. It's again very low volume here, so this means that people are looking to sell at these particular levels where I'm looking to get my buy order into, but we are trading based on the movement on the market, not anything else. And we saw those 2 bullish snaps in favor, and those snaps got defended, which is what we are backtesting here. Well, technically, it could also go in a way where it loses, and then it wins as well. Technically, we could go 50-50 here as well, but I think there's a quite high possibility of the either theory working out. Alright, we won one. We got one winner. Two winners! Two winners! We broke the 50% curse and we go 9-6. Whoa! We break the curse. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 9-6. 9-6. 5 more trades left. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be right back and then we'll take the last 5. Okay, we are back. Let's see if we can get any snaps here again. We are up with 3 winners up right now. This is looking good. Small snap to the upside, but I'm gonna go along here. We got the small snap and it's defending that level where it snapped from. Let's try it. Let's try it out. Move. Did breaking the 50% curse really help us out here? Maybe. Maybe the ball is open now. Let's see if we can get another one. Can we get 3 in a row? Imagine if this was how I traded all day. Would be so exhausting to trade. I already feel like my head is very heavy from just doing this. And note, I'm just doing this on a simulated account. I'm not trading real money or anything. We're just testing out something on the DOM. It's like testing a strategy, but on the DOM, on a specific movement pattern. And there, we get a winner. We go to 10-6. 10-6. So what? We have 4 trades left. So in the worst case scenario, I'm 50%. Worst case scenario, 50% win rate. Worst case scenario. Let's see if we can pull out. We have 4 tries. And it's enough that we hit 1 of the 4 to come out victorious here. Fun challenge. I must say I was a little bit doubted in the chat. Well, it's technically everything could go to shit here still. So we'll just we are not gonna jinx it now. Now's not the time to jinx it. Let's wait for a snap again. Not seeing anything yet. Snap to the upside there. 60-50 is the area that we're looking for. But it already 60-50 is what a famous ski jumper would say. Alright, I think that play is over now. Let's wait for another one. Snap to the downside for the first time in a while. 61, let's look at it. Snaps to the upside. Let's look here, 61.50, about that area. It just continues to the upside, doesn't it? There we got a snap to the downside, 65.50. Let's see. It's holding at 65. So even better. Snap to the downside. Let's look at 64. Now 60-50 again for the buys. So a little snap there. Buying there. 60-50. Let's see if we can get another one here. Savannah. Now we are hoping that the price goes to our target and then we can lock in a positive win rate above 50%. That means we would have at least some type of edge. Technically 20 trades is still a very small sample size, so I would not call myself a pro DOM trader by any means, just going off of 20. But being above 50% already tells that I'm not maybe too bad. I'm maybe doing something correctly at least. Obviously, I would want to see a bigger sample size than 20, but on a different day. Not only specifically on one day, but you have to test the sample sizes on different days. So let's say this is Friday. I could do this again on Monday and see, okay, did I have edge on that specific entry criteria? And then we go to a random day again. Let's say Thursday, and I try it on Thursday. And this way you can see if these patterns are true or not in the market, and you get better at getting entries. But only do this while you don't have trades in the market, right? Just hone your craft when you have nothing else to do. That's what every, athlete does. A tennis player doesn't only play, competitive games. He or she trains. They train, with their coach, with a buddy, or even with themselves, just with some type of machine that's feeding them balls, right? So always very important to just train yourself. Oh yeah, we have to update the score because we haven't. Oh no, it's 10-6. Oh, we haven't saved it. Oh, I see. I had changed the score, but I didn't save it, so it didn't update. My bad there. But yeah, one more and then we would have above 50% win rate. If we can catch one more trade. %50 is locked in. We are 10 and 6. But let's see if we got lucky with that win streak. Let's see if we got a little bit lucky with that win streak. Let's see what the ES is looking like. Overall, very bullish. And we took the previous close. Won't you look at that? That's the move I said could happen, but the move that I didn't put my money on. What a move. Ooh. There we go. We lost that one, so 10 and 7. 10 and 7. We still are able to take one more. I mean, one more winner and we are above 50% and we have 3 shots at it. $54.50, that's the level I'm looking at right now. Buying that one, it held. It did hold. So let's try it. Oh no, you saw us a flick to the downside. We might be on the wrong side of this trade maybe. And it looks like it's defending that flick. It didn't. No, it didn't. It moved to the buyers there. So we might be in luck here. We might be in luck here. Another snap to the upside. You can see a fast snap. Ooh, so close to the target. So close to the target. One more win and we are above 50%. That would be already enough for me. Then I would be happy. Everything above 50% is just a bonus for me. Already being at 50% is cool, but we want to be greater than just 50%. So close to the target. What is the ATR looking like? The ATR is at 5, so still 5-point rotations are fine. It's just gonna take a little bit longer time to get into those 5-point rotations. So close to it. It already hit it. You could see it. It hit. Okay, there we go. It hit it, but then it didn't. Okay. It didn't fill the order. Save. Above 50% win rate. Better than a coin toss. Let's go. And we still have 2 tries left. So everything after this is just a bonus. Just a bonus. Whew. These last 5 trades have been clutch. The last 5 have been clutch. But as I already said, you get better at it the longer you do it, because you get into the rhythm of the market. In the beginning, you know, it was hard to guess, but now I'm getting a little bit better maybe at the reads as well. And you can also like see a trend, you know, right? We are very bullish right now, so I feel like the buy trades are doing much better than the selling. Snap to the upside. Let's look at the 60 here. If it holds. It hold or held. So let's take that one. Oh. It held for a while, but then it flipped out. But we're still playing the same idea. Can we get 12 and 7? Snap to the upside. We could take a double trade here at 61.25. Double trade. Let's see if that works. And we could close it out at a positive win rate. Or we already did close it at a positive win rate. But let's see what the final win rate is here. We either lose 2 here or we win 2, I feel like, probability-wise. We got 2 buy snaps again, so we are playing on that double probability there, because we got 2 buy snaps in favor. But everything is possible. Everything is possible for sure here. So we are either gonna be 11 and 9. 11 and 9. Or 13-7. Which one is it gonna be? We took a double long there. We had 2 upside buys that got defended, and then it moved against us after a while. We lost the first one. The first one lost. Let's look at the other one. So let's see. It's 8. The last one is here, and now we'll find out if we are gonna be 12 and 8 or 11 and 9. This 57 area really trying to hold, and there we flush down. Okay, well, I'm still happy being above 50%. Being 2 trades up is not the best, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. A positive score, which means this is a celebration. We got above 50%. Not by much, by 1 trade, but hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. That's the exercise. Do you have any questions about the exercise? Is there something you'd want to know? That was good enough for me. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Look at this move. Oh my god, this would have been such a beautiful trade. Such a beautiful one if my rules allowed it, of course, but you can't just look at one day and be angry about it. What a big move. You had a... Let's measure the move. Let's measure the move, because this is humongous. From the bottom to the top. Oh, my bad. We filled a... we filled a 92-point gap. Well, not a 92-point gap, but we had a 92-point rotation from the low to the highs, or to the previous close. To the highs, it's 95. Almost 100-point rotation on ES. Crazy. That's a huge move. I was expecting some type of pullback into value, but I did not expect this type of pullback. As I said in my pre-market, like, I was looking for a pullback somewhere here in these areas, but not up here. No. I was looking for like the daily lows or something. Are we actually gonna take the poor high from the overnight session? Ooh, that would be a humongous trade. And I also talked about the single prints being a magnet. So it just might be that the market wants to take out these magnets, which is pretty crazy to me. a humongous move. I did not expect a move like this in the ES or the RTY. Whoa. All right, but hey, it's been a pleasure again. It's been a pleasure. I've had a good time. I hope you had a good time. We had a positive win rate on the exercise. If there's any other exercises you want to see in the future, let me know. Or if you want to see me doing these again in the future, let me know. But that's pretty much it for today. We were 2 hours here looking at the DOM and taking 20 trades by just reading the DOM flow. We ended up being 11 and 9, 2 trades up. A minor edge, not something I would boast about, or could be very well just a 50-50, very close to a 50-50, 50% win rate. But hey, we ended up being a little bit positive there. Then in the end, maybe we got a little bit, once you got above that 50%, then maybe I got a little bit trigger happy because I wanted to be finished. But hey, still, great result there. Fun exercise. You can do it as well. Just get better at reading the DOM and the order flow. Look at the orders, the liquidity, and how it reacts to these different levels, and how different movement could give you a good entry. And like if you combine it with charts, that's even better, right? That's even better because then you know exact levels where you're gonna be. Are you trading with the trend or not? But now we did it without charts, so it's much harder. Do we have any questions? Any chatters? Anything? Otherwise, I will be ending this stream right now, and yeah, I'm gonna have a weekend. Back on Monday as always. I hope you all have a great weekend. If you're still listening, amazing. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm back on Monday and I hope to see you guys again. That's for me. Have a great weekend. I'm gonna take a break now. My head is hurting from watching this DOM. It's like my head is exploding. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye bye.